This success journey of a working mom is something I'm really proud of, and I have to say that from a long time, this was a success journey I was really waiting for. All the success journey from all the students, this success journey is so specific to working moms, working women, and women in general. Shima, the mic is your, sister. Take as much time as you want. I want you to share it, your journey in your own way. Please go ahead. I'm gonna remove
Mm,
myself. You do it, please.
okay. First of all, Assalamu alaikum, and thank you so much, Amir. And I just want to share my journey. First of all, I want to share that when I joined my trainings, Amir's training session, that was the like life-changing day for my life. And when I joined Amir's training session, like around October 2024, I guess,
Mhm.
the training itself turned into a journey. Uh, 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 Journey of struggles, I would say, and challenges for me, because soon after starting this journey, I was already expecting. But after that, my mother was admitted into this ICU, and then my husband had to undergo surgery, and I couldn't continue my preparation or like practice. I was and that was the time I was very close to my goal, but because of my husband's situation and my mother's health condition, I had to pause. By the time things started to settle, I entered the peak phase of my pregnancy, and I faced very complications at that time. And doctor suggested me to rest and rest and rest. The doctor and at that time I requested Amir, I don't want to continue now, and allow me to give some break to myself. Then I resume my preparation after delivery. And after delivery, when I decided to start again, I realized I had to back to the very beginning. And I attended all the sessions, which each of which like around 6 hours, right, Amir? And I think I resumed in May, but realistically it was in June that I fully got back on track. And June, July, and today is 10th of August. And Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Today I'm PMP certified with above target and all remains. And it couldn't have happened without you, Amir. Heads off to you. I don't know how you make these roadmaps and your strong follow-ups and your booklet and your mocks, the way you make up students' mind, how they think like agile, you can say agile practitioner. You yourself started thinking like agile practitioner, and this is mind blowing. And I'm very blessed I found you on LinkedIn. Alhamdulillah.
Mm. Okay.
And one more thing. Yesterday you told me like once one face would be like a punch on your face, and when I entered the exam room, I was like expecting to get punched on my face, but Alhamdulillah, I was well prepared. All thanks to Amir and Awais, everything felt so easy. It didn't feel even like a actual exam, more like doing a random mock test. Seriously, trust me.
Hmm. So this is what I called as when people say why you like to say over preparing. This is the reason. No matter what exam throws you at, you punch the exam back in a way that the
True.
exam
This
becomes
is
so,
what I did.
yeah, exam becomes so easy that it becomes comparatively very easy for everyone. Starting with Aisha Amir. Aisha Amir, I will ask my question later on. I specifically asked her when she will start recording her. You have the same challenge as a working mom. So, do you want to ask any question, sister? And anyone else? I want this journey to be a different type of journey instead of me asking question. You good? Aisha, you want to ask any question, Aisha Amir? Okay. So, Walaikum Salam. Very congratulations, Hassanul is saying. Acha, let's work into that. How was the time management for your exam?
Alhamdulillah, I managed the time very, very much, you can say, smartly, and I ended my exam before 5 minutes. And in every session, first session, I would say I ended up like 152 minutes, and then in remaining sections, I ended before the time. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I
Mm,
just, read the questions and read the you can say options go after reading the question and using elimination technique after reading the last line, and it became very easy. And with agile mindset,
mhm,
obviously with servant leadership,
mm,
and you can say proactively think of everything proactively, it
mhm,
helped me a lot. Alhamdulillah,
mm, mhm,
whatever guidelines you shared with us, and your last call also helped me a lot.
mm,
And after your call, I felt so relieved.
mm,
Before your call, I was very anxious and very, very nervous, but
mm,
after your call, I felt so much relieved.
mm. Okay, okay. So 80, 75, 75 principle still works, and you
Yes.
need to work into that principle so that you can prepare for your PMP exam, right? Okay,
True, true.
okay, okay. That's awesome. How was the questions? Questions was from which topic most of the time?
um, I would say the exam was almost entirely agile based,
Mm-hmm,
and with around 10 to 15 drag and drop questions, but
mm-hmm,
there were no numerical or calculation based questions at all.
mm-hmm,
And mostly scenario like what would you do, will you do next, what will be the next, when what will be the first, and what have been done, like this.
mm-hmm,
And not that much difficult question. That was very, very, you can say, very generic question, not lengthy questions. I think that was not lengthy
mm-hmm,
question. With if you are you have a agile mindset, and you think like a servant leadership, and you don't react, you decide things proactively, do think proactively, so you can easily solve that questions, I guess.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, okay. That's awesome. Okay. Few questions that Hassanul has put. How many drag and drop questions and agile question in the exam? How many drag and drop questions were there?
10 to 15 from
10
risk
to
topic.
10 to 15 drag and
Yeah,
drop question.
exactly, exactly. Every section, I got like five in each. You can say I was like, what is happening with me? Why they are coming? And like you can say risk. We have to map risk and their strategies, and leadership with the strategies, and urgency, dormancy, drag and drop, like this. Many drag and drop, you can say.
Mhm. Many drag and drop questions. Ooh. And how many questions like that PMP marathon that we did, how relevant that was for to solve these drag and drop?
Very, very much relevant questions, Amir. As I said earlier, that it's not feeling like a final exam. It was feeling like I'm solving random mocks you have shared with us, and very much. And I would also mention one thing here. I feel, well, like I felt like 20%. 20 to 25%, I would say, like I felt like same questions are here, but scenarios are 100%, I can say 100% scenarios are there, which I've already solved during practice.
Mm. So drag and drop. Okay. I do make a few questions we will be using in PMP marathon schema. That's why it was
Yeah,
so
I
easy
know.
for you. It was
I
easy
know.
for you. Okay. What was the like? How many agile questions were there in your exam?
80 to 85%, I think almost all question, and every question, and if
Shima,
predictive was there.
you remember what I did with you with the agile? Like
Yes,
I want to share here. So
it worked with me.
Shima was working beautifully in all the topics. Now normally I don't do that. So what happened with her when I gave her the like she has been doing mocks from some time, as she said that she had 100% dedication, and she had a complete list of doing the question answers. If I show you guys how many, like her list was so big, I asked her, don't send me the complete list. Okay, send me some of the list. Okay, now the problem happened. Where is the problem? People process 180 random mocks as here. Here she did this agile mock, right? She did. I have a one mock that is 100% only agile base. Okay, that is I called it agile mock. She got 56%. Now I have not yelled at Sheema from a long time because she was doing good job. I was only saying her do three random. She was doing one random. That was the only disagreement, right? But here, when I saw this score, I called her immediately. I said, "What the hell you have just done?" She said, "Sir, I don't understand." She then did again detailed RCA, revised entire agile. Then I gave her 120 agile mock, and she got 79%. I said, what in the world is happening here? How?" And then she said, "Sir, I made silly mistakes in that agile mock." And then I said, "No, now we are no, I'm not gonna take risk. We have exam." Then I grinded her with more agile. So that helped Shima. That really helped it.
It helped me a lot, and as as, mentioned earlier, you prepared my mind like a agile practitioner, and I was solving all the question to like be agile, and I was living. I was matlab, I cannot express my feelings. I was like, is this really our actual exam, or I'm just solving the random mocks or what?
Mm.
And when a punch on my face will come, I was, very scared. Oh my God! So second, first section was easy. Now second must be tough. After second, I was like, oh my God, my energy is all drained. And now third would be, tough. And no, 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 man, I was like, oh, Alhamdulillah.
Mm. Okay. So the questions become easier for you and you kept on moving into them.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Just
Okay.
because of your, training roadmaps and your training and your, you
Okay.
can say,
Okay.
guidelines.
Let's put the question Hasnul ask. What would be your recommendation to the people how they should prepare in the last final days?
I think they don't think so much. They just join your training session and follow your roadmap. That's it. Because you design roadmaps according to the students, I guess. You don't have, a strict and standardized format. You format you can say guide students according to their preparation and what they are up to, so they don't need to think too much. Just join your training session and that's it.
Mm.
After Allah, you will be here to help us to clear the exam and make us PMP certified, and that's it. This is the single way out, I would say.
Hmm. Okay, okay, the single way out, and that will be we will be working into that way. Okay, that is our basically goal here to make sure you stayed on the right track and you worked it
True.
along the way because my goal is to make sure you become PMP. Okay, Kasim asks if the question description is so long, how do you manage to keep the focus? Because sometimes the whole statement is useless and only the last line is meaningful. Like I need to spend again and again. So what would you do?
And in lengthy and long questions, I would say, as you mentioned, like read out the last line, and then obviously I go through the all questions and summarize in my mind, in my back of my mind, and then from last line of the question, I analyze the options. And obviously, from reading the question, you will analyze to it, escalation, and ask that one, ask this one, and then remove the resource. Obviously, you just eliminate that type of options, and when you think like two options are relevant, then I lightly I'll go through all question, the full question, and finalize the best option.
Hmm.
This is my technique.
Okay, you will finalize the best and you will work into that way. Okay, that's totally understandable, and that's how we should work into that. We understand and we work prepared into that way. Okay, Shima, what are the key things like four to five you would recommend to the people? Like actually, which batch you joined again? First, you took the batch 10, then which
Batch 10.
batch? Then you joined which
Batch 5
batch 5?
25.
Batch 5 with Jane. So approximately, really, when you came back in 1.5 months, you did, right? And so, how would you say? how people should maintain consistency? What things you would recommend to them?
I think consistency is the key. As you know, I then made the consistency with my preparation. That's why it took so much time. Otherwise, if I maintained the consistency, I would have cleared the PMP before that, like like last year, obviously. But
Mm,
obviously, when I maintained the consistency, that's why I'm here and Alhamdulillah cleared the journey, because it take too much time to understand the things. And when consistency and dedication is here, you will definitely achieve the goal.
mm. So consistency and
Is the key. Exactly.
consistency in your point of view is the key, right? That
Exactly.
we need to be
And
consistent.
no matter what, let's give 1 hour, just do 30 questions, just do 60 questions. This is what I've done in my during my practice. I sometime I've done like 60 questions, sometime 120, sometime 180. And last 5 days, I was attempting the 200 plus questions.
Mm.
Can you imagine that? Last week was
Yeah,
like
I can because I gave it to you.
I've solved 200 plus questions in last 5 days. That was too tough, but I tried.
But the thing is there, if you
Because you booked because you booked by date,
yeah.
actually.
And Shima was like, shall I cancel that? I said, yeah, yeah, I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I'll tell. And she's like, what is happening here? He's not letting me change the date, and he's not. Shima, I knew if I change the date for you, okay, if I change the date for you, then it become a very big problem for you, right?
Yes, true, true.
It become a very big problem for you, and I did not want it to change the date at all, right? I wanted to make sure that we get this thing and you become certified in the minimum possible time, right? This is something that I wanted to do, and this is something that I'm happy we are able to get this thing done. Okay, so just what I am hearing from you is that you are saying that exam should be like you should book your exam. That is something you should do, right? For everyone.
Yes,
You should book the exam. When you book the exam, you are able to do things in a better and more effective way. That's what you are saying,
true.
right?
Yes, yes, true.
Mm. That the like when you book the exam, you are able to do them in a most effective
You
way.
plan accordingly, I guess. When you book the date, you plan accordingly. Otherwise, I think, in my case, I would not, taking it that much seriously. And I was like, okay, I will do this and that. And, after booking the date, I took very seriously. And I, plan to study at night. I plan to study at work and break as well. And after, making my kids sleep, I start solving questions again. And I was, you cannot imagine, I was preparing all PMP questions with my 3 months old kid. When she was 1.5 months old, I started my, resume my practice. She was just 1.5 month old at that time, mashallah.
Mm, okay. That is a very important thing. Anyone else wants to ask any question to her? She is a light to everyone. How much time you spent on mocks after completing? Like how many mocks you did overall? She did a lot of mocks because she did a lot of mocks. But everyone is different, and as I always say that it's all depends on you. She did a lot of mocks. I gave her a lot of mocks. But if you want to answer, please go ahead.
I think, if I speak about like consistency, at least give 2 hours at least. And or otherwise, one is greater than zero, you can only spend 1 hour in your practice. But when you book the date, you will automatically start giving time 4 hours to 6 hours.
Mm. Thank you very much for that. And it has been an honor. Shima, do send me a good picture of you even if you want in Wales. That's perfectly fine. Better if you are okay, share with the family. I like to put the working mom, especially with the new baby who delayed over PMP.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Amir,
Yeah.
once again. And thank you, Awais. I also thank to Awais as well. Thank you, Amir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jazakallah for
It,
everything.
it, it has been a beautiful journey. Make good questions, send me that. Okay. And with that, thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you in the next success journey. It has been a great journey. and it has been only be possible because of the hard work you put, because of the work you kept on moving, and this is something beautifully. Congratulations again, Shima, one more time. Thank you.
Actually, we did nothing. We just followed your roadmap. That's it, Amir.